What's up, everybody? Welcome to... what's this called? Welcome to the Lamecast.
Wow.
I'm your host, Dez. With my co-host...
Desiree.
With my...
I'm not changing who I am. I'm still Boo.
I'm Dez.
Oh, we got three
Always.
Dezes today.
Yeah. Well, you got two
Great.
Dezes and a Desiree.
It's going to be a pretty boring podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, me and Dez just chill to the side. You guys just go off on
Yeah.
some wild shit.
Well,
If you guys could see how often me and Dez are just like,
Well, that's why with this special cast today, we're going to talk about something that I feel like you both have more input on than us.
I could go on
Yeah.
for fucking hours.
We're just going to talk about our personal pet peeves.
Yeah.
And the thing about me is I'm pretty loosey-goosey, so I haven't got much to say here. I'm just going to riff off of you guys.
I'm a wildly
Loosey-goosey.
uptight person. I'm a very laid back person. Like if it doesn't affect me, I don't care. But I'm a wildly uptight person, and I know you have the same thing. Where if you hear someone eat,
Mm-hmm.
oh god, I will fucking.
Always. Stop.
Like what are you doing?
It's unnecessary. It's just like, didn't anyone teach you any manners to not eat with your mouth open?
Why is your tongue clicking the top of your
Yeah.
mouth while you're eating
Like,
Cheetos?
I know you can hear yourself fucking smacking those choppers.
No, that shit drives me fucking.
Like my mom, whenever I smack my lips, my mom always asked if I was a cow chewing cud.
Yeah, my mom said, "Are you a cow?"
Mhm.
Yeah, no, my mom said that shit. Stop it! No, man, I hate that. And
I will
fucking
flip this
my
table.
my almost
Spike.
my roommate. No, that was a spike and a half, dude. My old roommate, he would like. I'll never forget. It was my first time trying Peking duck,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was good. Don't get me wrong.
Duck.
Peking
Yeah.
duck? What's
Peking
a
duck.
peking at?
I don't know, man, but it was looking.
Okay, go on.
That's a terrible dad joke, and I hate everything about you for it. So I tried it, and I was like, "Wow, this is like really good." Because like, would you consider duck seafood?
No.
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
No,
It's
it's a
poultry.
bird. It's
Poultry.
poultry.
It's poultry.
is it? But they go in the water.
Yeah, so?
Okay.
It's not a sea creature.
Frogs also
They
is a
fly,
seafood,
they walk
technically.
on land.
It's not.
No,
Frogs not seafood.
no.
No.
Mm-mm.
What's swamp food?
Swamp
That
food.
that I believe is just like gator, so it's like sort of reptile.
Huh.
It's like eating snake
Amphibian.
and...
I never thought about
Yeah.
that. If gators seafood. I don't like seafood.
Gators
Regardless.
are delicious.
Like
Actually.
that's not true. It's
I've
not that I don't
never
like
had
seafood.
it.
I don't like fish. I can't eat fish.
I don't
mean,
like fish.
I don't
here's-
like a lot of
Mm-mm.
seafood.
Here's a question.
I like
though.
clams. That's my big thing.
Clams I can
I
eat.
love clams.
Well,
Clams I can eat.
I can shuck them.
If you put a fucking chicken on a fucking pond, you know what I mean? Like pond water.
It's a duck.
I mean,
It becomes a duck.
It's
nah.
still chicken.
I don't
So
think
it's a
that's
water
what
bug.
would happen
I'm saying it won't-
anatomically, to be honest with you.
It would just
I
be a
feel like,
chicken on
I
the
feel like
water.
it'd be a chicken floundering in the water because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
doesn't
Chicken that's
belong.
drowning.
Yeah.
Chickens
Chicken in
can
a
swim.
situation.
Can
Yeah.
chickens swim?
I'm
Aren't
pretty
chickens
sure
from the
they can.
jungle?
What?
I'm pretty sure chickens are from the jungle.
I mean, they don't swim
don't
like
know.
They
ducks,
are.
but I'm
Yeah,
sure like
some of
well, not swim.
I feel
Like
like they probably just like try to stay above water
a
and flap
bird's
Yeah.
constantly.
a bird's version of fucking. That they don't.
But anyway.
birds just float on
Would
water.
penguin be seafood?
No,
Can you eat penguin?
It's still
Does
a bird.
anity eat
Still a
penguin?
bird.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
someone's eating a penguin.
I'm sure there's some.
Well, I'm not saying like has it happened. Like there's everyone has eaten everything, but is there like a place where people are like, dude, we have the finest
serve
penguin,
penguin.
and you're just
Alaska?
like,
I
No,
don't
no
know.
penguins in
Alaska.
Alaska.
No.
Eskimos.
No,
penguins
one lives in
Alaska. Don't you know
Antarctica.
that Kyoto song?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, but I'm saying like,
Kyotos.
but don't
The
people
band.
in Alaska eat a bunch of weird
You're
shit?
on point every time, bro.
I can't help it.
You know the only person that's from Flint, Michigan, in King 810
Is in
from
Kyotos.
Chiodos, and there's
Really?
nothing tough about that.
No, fuck Kyotos. That dance sucks.
Chiodos, Kyotos, however you fucking say. But anyway, I
I
digress.
saw him live.
So it was the
Sucks.
first time I was trying duck, and I liked it. You know, I gave like a all right, that's pretty good. I didn't expect to like this as much as I do. My old roommate was over like
Oh no.
Like, he
when
was-
you start
he was-
moaning
no,
and
dude.
making noises.
he was so into it. Like this
Yeah.
was like the greatest thing that's ever happened to him.
You should have just took it in the room and fucked
At
it.
one point, he was like, "Oh, that's good." I was like, I actually like smacked the table. I was like, "My man,
Yeah.
I need you to stop." He's like, "I'm so sorry. I know I'm annoying when I eat."
yeah.
And just Mausner.
Oh,
It was
well,
Mauser.
that makes sense.
He's just like,
Mauser's just a little annoying altogether.
like, oh, it was
Ugh.
god awful, man. But I can't deal with people like
Yeah, no.
You know what I can't.
Eric does it.
Along
Aaron does
along
it.
the lines of eating, you know, I can't fucking take when someone eats something and goes, I don't know what it is, but I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
So like if someone tries a new food and they're like, all right, you're just like,
No, when they're like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
always
what
think
my
that-
roommate does.
I always think
that's
that's
what my
fake.
roommate
But
does.
no, not slapping your lips. Just constantly
No,
having to remind you
no,
that the
he
food's
would
good.
do that. Like
Yeah.
he needed the whole room and everybody to like 50 feet out of the room
Yeah.
to know, like, yo, I like this.
And I'm eating because you
And-
could hear
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
He legit like,
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I hate
know.
that shit.
It's annoying.
That's not like a pet peeve. It's just I just feel like it's fake. That
No.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I love food. Everyone
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I love
Mhm.
food.
there's no one out
Yeah.
there that's like, fuck food.
Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love wings. You know, I love wings, and I'll eat
Yeah.
wings all day. But like
Yeah.
I'll never go like,
No.
Yeah.
God,
Dude, you
know?
never even know when
Yeah.
you're done eating. It's usually like, I'll put a plate down and be like, here you go, man. You need a glass of water. What the fuck happened? Like,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
just gone.
Yeah, Anthony's just like, yeah, it's good.
There's one thing my mom does that drives me nuts. When she drinks her coffee.
I do that sometimes.
Oh my god, dude.
I do that sometimes.
But
She
like,
does- she
Is
doesn't
it
do
all
it
the time, or
sometimes.
is it just the first sip?
oh no, it's all the time. It's like randomly throughout. Like,
And then I think
get
that's
it.
fake too.
Like it drives me nuts.
I get first sip because that's like breaking the seal of thirst.
yeah, like
you
if
know?
it's really hot, I'll do it. Like
Yeah,
if it's hot
Des
coffee.
does it all the time.
No, I don't.
Every time.
If I do it all the time, I don't notice it.
It's either she does it and then she beats me, or she beats me and then she
I
does
don't
it.
beat you. I don't know what
Just
kind of
enjoys
life
her
you
coffee,
think you
beats
live.
the shit out of
She-
Aaron,
she's
and then has her
wailing on
morning
Aaron.
cigarette.
I just imagine the whole time she's like, punching Aaron with a deuce, going.
But like,
Yeah.
she'll do that, and when the other thing she'll do is she'll drink it, and she'll be like, yeah. I'm like,
No.
I'm like, God.
Your
dude.
mom goes, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, all the
Ew.
time.
Jeez.
That's fucking great.
There's like all kinds of shit my mom does to me that drives me nuts, dude. Like, she's got this thing, and she did it to me my whole life growing up, and now that I've had to live with her this last month, she does it again. And like, she thinks it's fucking hilarious. She thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. I could literally be like, you're sitting here, you're my mom. I could be on that couch,
Right.
and she'll be like, "Boo," I'm like, "What? What?
Yeah.
What?"
I love doing that to
And
people.
she will not respond to me or tell me what she wants. And if I take too long, she'll, "Boo." What? Until I get up, walk over to her, and stand in front of her,
Yeah.
she will not tell me what she wants.
That's amazing.
Dude, when I lived at home before I moved out at 17, so before that, my room was in the basement. Me and my brother had our bedrooms in the basement. My mom would stand at the top of the steps, call my name, right? So I'm like 15, don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
What? What, Mom? Jesus Christ, Mom, what? She'll start flicking the lights. Flicking. If I was epileptic, I'd be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flicking the lights, then she'll call me again, and I'll go all the way upstairs. And she'll like, go downstairs and switch the laundry to the dryer. And I'm like, I'm right fucking there. My room is next to the fucking
Yeah.
laundry room.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
just
yell
yell,
it, yeah.
do this. She's like, I don't talk through walls. I'm like, yes, you do. That's how you got my attention.
Yeah.
Superpowers.
Oh my god, dude, it
Super
drives
fast.
me insane.
That would drive me nuts too.
That's amazing.
Like, and what got me though is like 2 weeks ago, before we moved from the old house to the new house, because I'm moving 4 times in a month, because I love life. Don't say anything.
Like I said, I'm taking a back seat on this one.
No, I'm trying to prevent me from killing myself.
Oh no, I'm talking about taking a back seat on this podcast, man. I got nothing for this.
Yeah, no, I don't know much that bothers. That's not true. There's some stuff that bothers you. I could probably think of something I've done that you've been
I-
like, what the fuck?
I
I
know definitely one thing that bothers you.
No, I know what the one thing is, but go on.
But what was I saying? What was I saying? Wait. Yeah. So
Oh wait,
I'm
yeah.
I'm sitting up in my room. I'm playing Call of Duty with you, and my niece is over. So again, as always, boo. What? What, Mom? Go all the way downstairs. She tells me to get something out of her room, which is directly next to my room, where I just was. I'm like, what the fuck? She calls my niece, who's in that room. She's like, Ella. She's like, what? She's like, bring me down. And all of a sudden, you just hear my headset come off. I'm like, what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, that's not fair.
I was so mad. Anthony will tell you, if he's picking on me, I'm like, Mom, Anthony's talking shit. She's like, is he talking shit on you or me? I'm like, me. She's like, all right, deal with it.
Damn.
But like, you say something about my brother, she's like, you don't talk about Mikey that way. Mm-mm, don't bother him.
I like making fun of Mikey though. He's got a lot to make fun of him about.
Does he?
He does. He's got his eyes are too far apart.
Oh,
Too far.
that's a
He,
shame.
he looks like Sid from Ice Age.
Oh,
A little
Mikey,
bit?
I think, is the shortest out of all of us too. I think
He
Trace
is.
is taller than Mikey.
I think so too.
damn.
Mikey's also got the biggest chip on his shoulder for everything.
How? He was the fuck. No, that's me.
No,
biggest chip for everything.
you're the oh man, I'm the middle child. Someone pay attention to me, kid. He's just the kid that's like always like. I always feel like he's offended about something, but not like an SJW way. Like he's just offended that you talk to him.
Like he's just got something to say to. That's true. He does have something to say to everything. But yeah, no, he was the golden child growing up, dude. There was times, fucking, my mom found a pack of cigarettes under his bed,
Then
Right.
whooped your ass.
and he's like, "Oh, those are booze." My mom doesn't even think twice. She turns right around, comes to my room, starts yelling at me. I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Like, I don't smoke Marlboro Smooth. That's disgusting. And my brother's behind her like, "Yo, come on." I'm like, yeah, they're mine. And
Yeah.
she didn't think twice. She's like, "You're a fucking idiot. I thought you quit." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, Mom." My sister got caught getting high in the backyard. She's like, "Oh, it's booze pipe." Totally leaves her alone. Comes downstairs. Talking, "Why the fuck you got a pipe in my house?" I'm like, "What? I wasn't even using it. How do you even know it's mine?" Well, she
Yeah.
said it is. Like, well, how do you know she's not lying? She's doing drugs in the backyard, Mom.
Yeah.
Go get her.
Go get her. And at that point, she got in her car and left.
Yeah.
You know, so now she's driving around high.
Yeah.
My mom's more worried about the fact that she said it's my pipe. God, I
Yeah.
hate my life. Anyone else got a pet peeve? Pet peeve?
Pet peeve?
Pet peeve. Let me try and think.
Des, I know you got thousands. You're like me.
I know what Anthony's got one. If he
Oh,
walks by, sees a fucking plate of wings, fucking half eaten.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Is that a pet peeve of yours?
Well, it's not really. It's like to me, it's like disrespectful to the wing. Okay.
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
gotta eat the whole wing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not gonna just not. You're not just gonna fucking
Yeah.
like. What are you gonna do? Take a bite of a wing? You got a little bit. You still got a little bit of skin on there, and there's meat on the bone. Like, and you're like, oh, I'm full. I just fucking house these wings. Like,
It sounds like a pet peeve of yours.
bitch, eat the wing, or don't eat the wing and give them
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And yes, you can't see this at home, guys. He's putting up a picture of feet. I don't like feet. I don't like
It's true.
feet. It's just the thing. I don't like being touched by feet.
It's a shame I
I
have
don't
socks
like
on.
on.
seeing them.
Toes.
I hate feet, and there is a good reason for it. I actually pinpoint why I don't like feet. I can pinpoint it. I was 4 years old. I was at my dad's house. I used to go there on weekends. It was when he lived in Philadelphia. I was. He had this big exercise ball. I would like lay on it. It was like bigger than me, and he turned me around. He's like, "Hey, it's your friend," and he just like put his foot like almost in my face, and his
Yeah.
foot is like the most gangly, disgusting foot. It's not like not clean foot, but his foot is just it's stretched in weird proportions, and it is disgusting. He's like, "It's your friend. It's your friend."
Take my good hand.
And ever since then, I just don't do feet. I don't do them. I don't like them.
You would have hated my ex, dude. She used to put her foot on my like if she wanted attention, she would put her foot right here.
Yeah, I'd punch her.
Ew.
No.
She's like,
I'd punch
right on the side
anyone.
of my face.
We've tested it a couple times. We've put our feet on Anthony just to fuck with him.
Yeah,
It was
see,
true.
See, Des put her foot on me. I wouldn't punch her, but if she put it on my face, you know.
I wouldn't do that to you.
I would fucking punch you. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't do that to you though.
I just wanted to like.
A socked foot is all right. I'm like,
What about
I still
if-
don't like being touched by them.
Yeah.
What about fake feet? Like
Fake feet's not.
If
as-
you woke up and like
It's
all
not
of a
a real
sudden it was just
foot.
fake
It's
feet.
No,
feet.
for me the foot. It's just 'cause feet are disgusting, man. You stand on them all day. You always got a sock on. They're always a little sweaty and
Would
shit.
you eat ass?
Yeah, that's a tasty treat. Tasty treat.
You guys gonna get Anthony into some kind of penetration?
I'm
talk?
not-
That's the way
I'm
we're
not-
going.
No,
I'm not talking too much.
I'm just saying. Like, how's an asshole not more disgusting than a foot?
Yeah, you don't shit out of a foot
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You ever seen a disgusting foot?
all the time.
Yeah, you know what people do with their assholes though?
Poop.
They wipe them clean after every time they poop, and then they make sure to wash them extra special in the fucking bathroom when they're showering because poop comes out of there. And when I eat ass, I'm gonna go into this for a little bit now. When I eat ass, I make sure they shower first. I'm not some sort of animal. I'm not like brownie. No, okay.
Stop.
That's
awful.
and it's a tasty treat. And you know what? People like their ass being eaten. I guess no one here has had the experience. Does he not eat your ass?
No, I've never had my ass eaten.
You
before.
never had your ass
Won't
eaten?
do it.
No.
I don't blame you.
Thank
I don't
you.
blame you.
Thank
We're
you.
not fucking animals, dude. We live in a society.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do live in a society. You know what? And now
live
sex
in a
sex is all
society.
about pleasure now. And you know what? It's pleasurable
Yeah.
for someone to have their ass eaten.
Yeah.
And it's pleasurable to watch someone.
I know guy friends. I have
Be
guy friends that are like, "Hey,
happy
dude,
with
it's
it.
pretty dope. Like, you should try it." I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, your
nah.
G spots.
They're probably
And the
gay.
male G spots,
Yeah.
like, yeah, right in the ass.
They're probably gay. They just don't know it.
Okay.
No.
Just because you have something up your ass.
Aaron, you ever had your asshole eaten?
No,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Liar.
I haven't.
It's very
like a-
nice.
It's like a prickly.
No, you always know when Aaron's lying because he smiles.
It's a prickly thorn bush.
What? What are you
Like-
talking about?
It's a prickly thorn bush. Okay, so we're going back to pet peeves here.
Right. Yeah. that's
Anyway.
Because we're trying not to get into penetration. You got me on eating ass.
Yeah.
Not by my own volition.
I don't
should
like
say.
clutter either.
Clutter.
I don't like clutter. Clutter,
Clutter?
actually
Yeah.
gets me like legitimately mad.
I can't stand clutter either. But I'm always cluttered. That's the thing. So I'm constantly like, what the
Nah.
fuck?
I don't like it in my
Like
apartment.
that. That makes me uneasy.
What? The
Like,
laundry
The
basket?
dishes?
like just a lot of stuff being
Yeah.
in one place. Like if you come down, like
So
when
are,
I'm
are
at
you
work,
sure you don't just have OCD?
I don't know. I might.
No, you definitely have OCD. But go
Like
on.
when you come down, like when I'm at work, and like if I'm in the basement, if you come down, my tools are literally like laid out like a fucking surgeon's table, like
Yeah.
OCD.
like ratchets, like one up, one down. This is this way.
you don't do eye contact either.
No, I don't do eye contact.
You're autistic a little bit.
Maybe.
No, 100%.
Maybe.
That's like two big things.
I don't like eye contact
With
at
that.
all. You guys know this. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of eye contact in any way, shape, or form. It makes me very
I
uncomfortable.
think you
I'm
got a
gonna
little
take
bit of
this.
that.
Yeah,
I think you're on the spectrum a little bit.
Could be.
It's possible.
Could be.
It's not.
I could see.
You kind of have
It's-
a little
it's
bit
not like
like
a bad thing, it's just-
Asperger's or something.
No, it's not a bad thing.
No.
I'm
now
just
that
saying,
we're
like,
talking about these, I'm like seeing it more and more. Like, yeah, you're autistic.
yeah, no, I mean, I don't like eye contact. I don't
Dr.
like clutter.
Anthony.
I don't like large groups.
Yeah.
I do
don't
not like big groups, which is wild to think about because I love going to like death metal shows,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, I don't like loud noises.
Mm.
Like
Nah.
that's a weird fucking thing for me. I don't like if I'm watching TV, and if the volume is up and I can slightly hear the TV,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like people talking, music, something, I will start to get like mad.
Sound clutter, that's another thing with
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like sound
people
clutter.
with autism.
Yeah. I see.
Maybe
my
I'm
thing is,
autistic. I don't know.
That's
I don't-
high
I don't-
functioning. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with fucking TV on. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Really?
Sometimes Des leaves the fucking TV on.
I enjoy having the TV on.
I need the
I can
TV
fall
on.
asleep- I can fall asleep
think
with
it's
lights on.
I think it's more
Nah.
so like a nightlight thing. I'm not
Yeah.
scared of the dark, but I like having the TV on because like I'll wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. I like
No, I mean with no
I'm
volume.
sorry.
glancing over.
With no
like,
with
looking
no
at it.
volume, but if I hear the
Has to be
show
low
that's going
volume.
on, my problem is
I use it as like white noise.
if
like,
I
low
if I
volume.
hear the fucking voices, I start picturing like in my head like what could be going on.
Aaron has to watch it. If
So
you
it
Yeah.
influences your dreams, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
No, I mean like I'll be sitting there like trying to fall asleep because sleep is the only time trying to go to sleep is the only time you pretend you're actually fucking doing something that you're
Yeah.
not doing yet. But like all of a sudden I start playing the fucking episode in my head and I'm like start looking up at the TV a little bit. Like I just
God,
can't do
I'm
it.
sorry.
I don't mind. I will say though, I remember one time it was really weird. I fell asleep, and there was a song. I had a CD playing, and I fell asleep. Like through the whole night, it was just like on repeat for that CD. And when I woke up, all the songs sounded different. Like when I listened to them, I was like, something is different about the songs, and I
Yeah.
don't know what it was, but just something about them was just totally. I couldn't listen to it anymore.
Yeah. I can't remember where. I think it was some science class or something, or it's maybe psychology class I had like forever ago. I can't remember. Someone was like, there was some theory that, like, if you stared at your hand for like a certain amount of time before you went to sleep, like if you stared at it, like the last thing before you go to bed, you stared at it for like 15 minutes, and then you closed your eyes, went to sleep, like you would see your fucking hand in your dream, because like subconsciously, like that's what you're thinking about or some fucking shit. So like.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why like it kind of bothers me.
Well, that's like a
You
thing
know what I
too.
mean?
Like if you wake up from a bad dream, you have to lay your head in a different position. It's like it's some weird thing. If you go back to sleep exactly how you slept right before you're having a bad dream, you'll have that bad dream again.
Yeah,
You ever
that's
had
happened
sleep
to me.
paralysis?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
sucks.
It's
Sleep
terrifying.
paralysis is horrifying.
I had it 3 times in 1 month.
Yeah, dude. The first time I
Don't
had it,
fuck
I'll
with
never
me.
forget. I was on the couch, and like when I was still living with my mom's, and I went to get up, and all of a sudden I was
It's the ferret
frozen.
scratching.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like I wanted to yell because like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just remember trying to scream, like for help.
Yeah,
and I just
and
fucking
just nothing
couldn't,
comes
'cause I just
out.
didn't know what the fuck was
Can't do
going on.
anything.
But I swore there was like some motherfucker just like over top of me, just fucking looking down on me and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's scary.
Fucking shadow people.
It's like the worst mistake of my life was my buddy Chris taught me how to lucid dream.
Oh boy.
There's a way to do it. Like you
Yeah.
can force yourself to know
Yes,
how
you
you're
can.
dreaming.
Yeah.
And he taught me how to do it. But ever since I learned that, I don't do that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have the time for it. It's like a half an hour of preparation for you
Yeah.
to do it. Ever since I learned that, I don't dream anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Really. I'll dream once in the blue moon, but like really, I don't dream anymore. I used to dream a lot when
Yeah.
I would go to bed.
Yeah.
But worst mistake of my life, I don't know. We're talking about sleeping, so
Yeah.
I guess we
Well,
talk about
sleep's
that.
Not
fucking
having
weird,
dreams.
man.
Yeah.
Like sleep's weird.
It's like
'Cause,
death
like-
without the commitment. It's like here's a free sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. God's like, yeah, here's a little death. like,
Try it out.
here's a little treat. Try it out. Like, I mean, hey, they call it fucking eternal rest, and it doesn't sound like a fucking bad thing. You know what I mean? I'd go for some eternal rest right now.
I can fall asleep with the TV on, light on,
Same.
no
No,
problem. But yeah, no.
nah. I mean, yeah. For me, it's just like I don't know, bothers me. That and like I had like, all right, this is gonna sound weird. All right, I have to sleep with pillows on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
and I need the covers over me. Like not over my head, but like they have to be because when I was little to about to like the time I was like 10, I was fucking I never forget because you guys know I love fucking horror and shit like that. But when I was a kid, I happened to walk downstairs and they were watching something, but all it was like some weird fucking creature and it had some fucking kid like by his fucking throat, and like took the fucking kid, and for some reason I had nightmares about
Sounds like
that
Jeepers
shit.
Creepers.
Yo,
Sounds like
fuck
you're
that movie.
Sounds
I
like
slept
you're
with
talking
my
about
mom.
Jeepers Creepers too.
No, because I wasn't like 4 when Jeepers Creepers fucking 2 came out.
Yeah, no.
I was a fucking teenager, I think. I don't know, when did Jeepers Creepers 2 come out?
Let's look it up, shall we?
I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah.
either.
But my thing was like I always had the fear.
2003.
2003, yeah. Fucking I wasn't fucking I was
I would have been 14 at the time.
12.
So you would have been 12, yeah.
Yeah, would have been like 12.
12
And
11.
fucking dude, I'll never forget. Like I used to think that if I didn't have like the pillows on each side
Something was
and I
gonna
didn't
grab
have the
you.
nightlight, yeah, like that something was gonna grab me and pull me under. Because I used to have
I'm
dreams.
surprised you never got over that though.
I don't know because
Because
it's
you
just
still sleep with the
Well, it's
pillows
probably
on
just
the
now
edge
a
of the
comfort
bed.
thing because you've been
Yeah.
sleeping that way
Yeah.
for so long.
It gets
Yeah.
on my nerves because
Yeah,
we
I
really only have like this much space to sleep because the
Yeah.
pillows on the
I
edge
told her
of
to
the
get
bed.
a king size. She said no. So that's her.
Well, I didn't know
fault.
how big our bedroom was because we
I
didn't
need
see
2
the
pillows to
apartment.
sleep.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with one.
Well, like
I need 2 pillows. I need
Yeah.
one to put my head on and then one to like hold.
Yeah,
no,
I
need
use one
one
pillow,
down,
but I barely
arm,
use it.
pillow.
I don't
Yeah.
really use
Mhm.
blankets.
yeah,
I'm naked. It's just because I can't sleep in the heat.
You sleep naked?
no.
I sleep naked.
I
Yeah.
sleep naked.
And
I can't.
I only have like a blanket over like my ass.
No.
Like I can't do the heat. Is
Yeah.
the thing,
No.
So
I can't just be naked.
I
I
can
think
sleep
we've talked
better on
about
the
this in a,
couch than
a
bed.
previous
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
I can't just be naked.
Yeah,
I don't like being naked.
I love
man.
being naked.
I love it.
Like-
It's
like-
It's
freeing.
freeing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever you say, man. But like, nah, like
It's
I
comfy,
just,
dude.
when
It's
people are like, "Yeah, dude, I get a shower, just
Do you wear
walk around."
socks when you sleep?
No,
Okay.
no, that's gross.
I'm
That makes
telling
me
you,
wear
sleep
socks.
naked once or twice, and
I've done it. It's not like some foreign concept to me. You know?
No,
I've had drunken nights where I got laid and just passed out naked. But like, if
No.
I'm sober, like first thing I do, I'm like, all right, that was great, pants on.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't like. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I'm talking about it. You need first night in your fucking new place to sleep naked, and you'll be like, man.
My first
I know
night in
what
my
they've
new
been on
place, I
about.
was like naked the whole time.
Yeah.
Just because,
I did.
just as like a freeing thing.
I
you
did.
know?
I did
Yeah.
too. I walked around naked.
It's gonna be weird living alone. I've never lived alone.
No?
I've always had a roommate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Because I'm not married. I don't have kids. I've never had to do the whole like I just live wherever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not like I have to be like, look, man, I understand. You need someone to help pay the bills, and like,
No.
but like, wife said no. You know, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I've
Yeah.
never had to do that.
Mhm.
It's always like, yo, man, I need a roommate. Like, all right, cool. Where I live now sucks, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I did that with Oakland, Marlton. Yeah, it's a couple times I did.
Marlton's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I was living with a friend.
Oh, yeah, but fucking, sorry, getting back to what I was saying. Yeah, I always had
Yep.
I always had dreams where if I made a sound, like you know that white noise you hear
Nice.
when like you feel like your ears are gonna pop or whatever, like
Yeah.
it's like that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I made any kind of fucking noise, whatever it was, no matter where it was, I would know it was fucking coming. And it would fucking come and it would fucking grab me and it would just fucking drag me across the ground. No matter, like I have like dreams of like shit, like places that like I feel like I was as a kid. I don't know, I moved around a lot.
Well, they say you don't dream about people that you've never seen before.
Yeah, your
Like,
brain
every
can't just make a face.
Like,
That's kinda
your
fucking
brain can make a
horrifying.
face, but it uses pieces of faces that you've seen before.
Yeah.
So it'll be features of other people that you've seen before.
Yeah, but I mean, this thing used to fucking kill me, kill my friends, like drug me to fucking hell
Yeah.
one time. Like when I'm, like, dude, I'm telling you, it was fucked up. Like, I'll never forget, like, one of the two of the scarier ones, because, like, I remember when, like, depending on, like, where my dad's jockey was racing, sometimes we'd stay at, like, some places for, like, a little bit. We'd stay in, like, hotels. I'll never forget, there was one, I still to this day can't remember if I was actually there or not. But, like, I feel, like, it just feels so real. But, like, there was one of them, pools, like, nice, like, tile pools. It was in, like a warm area, like, Florida or some shit. I never forget, I was for some reason I was walking around the complex at night, whatever, the hotel, and I walked past, you know, a room, and you could see, it was, like, the game room by the pool. You know, had, like, the pool table and shit, and I'll never forget, there was fucking, like a SNES fucking sitting there. And I'm like, wow, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm fucking playing it. And, like, all of a sudden, like, I started to hear that fucking ring. And I'm trying to, like, concentrate and, like, started to get scared. And, like, you know when fucking you hit something, Mario dies, it goes dun 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 dun. As soon as it made that fucking noise, the doors fucking opened. And I turned around, there was nothing there. All of a sudden, it was in front of me. It grabbed me by my fucking legs and it fucking drugged me into the fucking pool.
Interesting.
It was fucking scary. But it's like, I don't, like when you have dreams like that for so many fucking years, that, like,
That's a reoccurring dream?
it was until one day when I fucking killed him in my dream.
I had a recurring nightmare for a couple of years.
Yeah,
I had a
until I
recurring
killed him in
nightmare,
my
too.
dream.
It was like this. I'm not even scared of clowns. I should mention, but like in this recurring nightmare, I had like this like small, like 2 foot tall clown guy that would chase me, and then I would go into like the Looney Tunes tower, 100% Looney Tunes like water tower, and then like it would dip me in this acid thing and it would turn my legs into the Hulk legs. And that was my nightmare for like 3 years.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Turn you into Hulk legs?
Hulk legs. It was just weird though. It was just weird. It wasn't like a super scary nightmare, but it was like just like unsettling.
weird,
And
yeah.
I'm not scared of clowns.
Yeah.
Not scared of cartoon Looney Tunes. Not scared of the Hulk.
Talking about the Warner Brothers?
Yeah, the Warner Brothers ones.
The
Oh, yeah.
Animaniacs?
Yeah. I don't know why.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, I had a reoccurring nightmare where it was weird. It was me, my mom, and my dad, and we were in just a pitch black room, like nothing in it, and
Yeah.
like almost like we're just like sitting in a corner, like 3 of us, just like right there. And my grandparents used to have this old metal front door. Like you had the front door, and then there was the storm door. It was like this old yellow one with a big plastic window, and that's all you can see. So I'm like looking at it, and there was someone at the window, and I would walk over to it and be like, you know, see who it is, and it was an older version of me, which was weird.
That
And
is
I was
weird.
like,
Yeah.
I asked it if it wanted to come in, and when I did, it would open its mouth and it would have these real sharp teeth, and it would immediately cut to, like, it was like a flash where it was like, okay, now you're here, and it was like an alley with like shit all falling apart, like stuff on fire, like you know, your like generic Skid Row alleyway in an 80s like Escape from New York movie, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like I would be running, but I'm like underwater, so I can't run fast.
Yeah.
And the older version of me just walks on up behind me, like, hey,
Yeah.
you know? And every time it would grab my shoulder, I would wake up.
Did it look like you?
Yeah.
Like how you look now?
Yeah, that's the weird part. It was like from like then on, it was like an accurate representation of what I look like now.
I have weird dreams too, where like I see like conversations that I have like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
That's weird. I get the like that's the only time I dream now is like it's either a nightmare or I get like those like just weird
Deja vu moments.
deja vu conversations, and like I could pick them out because they're just like weird,
Yeah.
very specific conversations, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's like I didn't have this conversation before, but
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. It somehow
It's kind
came
of like
up.
your brain telling you you're gonna
Yeah.
have this conversation.
Or you know maybe it's just maybe you subconsciously have it, and it sort of steers it subconsciously because you had it in your
Yeah.
dream or
It's like
something.
when someone's like you're talking to someone, they say something, and you're like, I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's like whenever that happens, I'm like, it's fucking weird. It's like
Yeah.
weirdly accurate deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever have one of those dreams? Because I've had a couple of them where like I'm like falling, and then like I for some reason like I remember one where like I had it when I was asleep on the couch again, and fucking
You
I
just stay away
remember
from the couch.
no this back this no I mean I've had
That's got bad juju, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean I've had them in like my bed and stuff like that, but like I guess I felt more the impact in the couch for some reason because like I felt like when I was
Where you
falling,
feel like you landed.
yeah, I felt like
It
I
wakes
hit
you
the
up.
couch, but like I remember
Oh.
it more specifically because I felt like I hit the couch and then bounced off. Like I got I got
probably
some
just
fucking
fell.
air before I fucking no, I mean like I got some fucking
those
air.
those dreams actually happen. I read up about those. Those dreams actually happen because you're actually starting to sleepwalk, and you're falling, and then you wake up because like you don't even have enough strength to pick you up, but
Yeah.
you're sort of picking yourself up, and then you fall,
Yeah.
and that's how those dreams happen. That's why those dreams happen. That's why that happens like that.
In my opinion,
That's
the
the thing.
worst dreams to have are the dreams where you wake up from a dream in the dream.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
you wake up and you don't know if you're actually awake or if you're
Yeah.
still dreaming.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that is you gotta
It's
you gotta take a minute and be like, okay, nothing's
Yeah.
floating, there's not a
Yeah.
clown in the corner,
Pinch
like
yourself real quick.
yeah, like you gotta really like collect what's going on. I've had
Yeah.
those a lot, and
I mean,
I fucking hate that.
I've been able. I mean, I'm sure everyone's been able to do this, but I've been able to just train myself. Like if I know if I figure out it's a dream, I just do the whole close my eyes in a dream and wake up thing.
I don't do that.
Sometimes I explore.
I don't ever explore. I just like nope, I'm out of there.
It all depends. It all depends
I'm out
on,
there.
yeah, it all depends on the dream.
Yeah.
It's like, but like it's weird because like like I said, like I've had dreams where like I felt like where like all of a sudden something grabbed me and like I was like smashing through window after window after window, and like it was weird. I was like talking to myself, but like when I was talking to myself, it was what I went to bed in. You know what I mean? But like I saw my reflection and it was just me. And just different fucking clothes, but like I felt like every impact, and then I fucking woke up. You know what I mean? Like I didn't wake up like fucking beat up. You know what I mean? But like I woke up like fuck, man. Like what the
Hurting.
fuck was that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what. But like that's why I'm like I can understand the sleepwalking thing, but like to like a point. You know what I mean? It's like how many times did I hit something before I was like,
I mean, unless you're really trying to get up, I don't know. I really don't know. I just know that like
Yeah.
that specific one dream where you feel like you
fall
fall.
where you falling?
Yeah, that's like sort of what's happening usually. If you feel like you like really fell into the bed
Yeah.
or something, that's because you were trying to get up in your sleep.
I mean, I could believe you sleepwalking because you talk in your sleep. You have like full-blown conversations with people in your sleep.
Mikey
Yeah.
sleepwalks.
Mikey sleepwalks.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
my
my
brother
god,
sleepwalks.
he sleepwalks.
Have you ever caught him?
I haven't.
I've caught him. I caught him. It was one of his last leaves, not the last one that just passed. The one before that was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first night he was back. He was sleeping at Boo's place. Boo had to sleep for work, so that's why he wasn't. I guess didn't catch him. Mikey walked right into his glass door,
Oh wow.
to his back door, because he thought that's where his room was, because you know he's accustomed to being in Texas.
Yeah.
And then I had to walk him to a room with a bed. He wouldn't sleep on the couch. He was sort of sleep talking too, and he would not sleep on the couch, so we walked him into his bed.
Yeah.
And he-
Oh,
they
and then that
slept together.
picture.
That
Yeah,
picture.
Yeah.
that picture of me and my brother cuddling. That's like that thing that I saw somewhere. It's like someone was like ghost walk through walls and shit and like just float stuff. It's because they're used, if you believe in such things, they're used to a certain path. So like the house would have been built this way when they were alive, and then the house
Yeah.
gets remodeled and the mapping of it changes, and they're following the original route.
Yeah.
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 So
That makes sense.
I believe in that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
yeah, I know you won't come in my apartment because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you have a
I
fucking
I
super
find that stuff
old.
so fascinating.
You have a super old Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that shit.
105, boy.
Because that's because I believe everything has an energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything has some kind of, especially things that are older. You know what I mean? Like they have some kind of memories attached to them. You know what I mean?
I just look at them as material things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think about it. You got like I'm surprised that they haven't done more of it. Well, probably because they can't. Because it's like, museums tend to have more like highly fucking classified. Well, not classified. What's the fucking word I'm looking for?
I don't know. You have
Like-
to give me the rest of the sentence.
Yeah. Context. You need
Context.
Context is key.
Like stuff that like you wouldn't want to know that like the inner of how like they wouldn't want someone to videotape how they get around a fucking museum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like.
I like the Museum of Death. I wasn't allowed to take pictures in there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, people, like, but, like, I feel like in, like, shit like that, there'd be a lot of, like, weird fucking things that probably go on in museums at night. Like, it's probably weird shit they
Probably.
catch on the cameras, like,
Oh my god.
you know what I mean?
I'd like to go to the Warrens Museum. I mean, everyone says they're complete bullshitters and stuff, but I would still just like to see the stuff.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like the people from The Conjuring, Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are real
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
real people. They have
Yeah.
they have
What's her
a
face
museum.
just died, right? Lorraine just died.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
died not too long ago. I would love to go to their house and see like the actual Annabelle doll and like just
Oh,
all the
is
cool
that-
shit they
Yeah.
have. Yeah. Like stuff like that. Like I don't believe me personally when people are like, have you used your Ouija board? I'm like, no, because I'm an adult.
No.
But I just like that shit because it's cool. But like,
Mikey believes in that shit.
yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
I used to, and then I just like grew up. But like, people are like, no, dude, I'm telling you, like we used a Ouija board, and it was like, hello. It's like, yeah, one of your 4 friends was like, like, no, that's why it doesn't bother me. Like, that's why I can have a Ouija board in my house that's that old. And
Yeah.
I have a lot of wild shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't believe, like, all of them work. You know
It's a
what I mean?
children's
Like,
game made by Milt. Look, you gotta be 21 to drink beer, but 6 years old to summon a fucking demon.
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like, the Parker brothers are like, yo, check it out. People are stupid and they're scared of things. Release
Yeah.
this.
Well, I'm talking about like you got to think too. Like The Exorcist is a big example of fucking like people fucking died making that fucking movie, and fucking people still like I remember watching shit them talking
People
about
died
it like
making Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, you know.
no, but I'm talking about like they said like they didn't realize they were using like real demonic stuff, like you know what I mean, they were just trying to be authentic, or like the Poltergeist, like how they said
Yeah.
like the movie's fucking cursed, like almost all of them have
Well,
fucking died.
Well, that's because all the skeletons in that movie were actually real human skeletons. They weren't plastic.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the skeletons in that movie were real human skeletons.
No, there you go. Fucking bad juju.
Or, you know, breathe it in decomposing materials for many hours for like a 4-month span of shooting isn't good for your health.
Probably that too. But, you know,
Might have something to do with it.
people don't think about that.
But yeah, no, all the skeletons in that,
I mean,
in that were real.
like I said,
it's
you know-
cheaper to buy apparently at the time, I don't know if it's still the case, and if it's true, I'm fucking buying one. But apparently it's cheaper to buy like a real human skeleton than it is to buy a plastic skeleton.
Really?
I want a human real skull. I want one.
Yeah.
Bad. My
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend's grandfather had one. It had a bullet hole in its head.
Nice.
Yeah, never said where he got it from, but he had it.
Probably some Nazis. Probably fucking killed and
Some
skinned the
Nazis.
fucking
I
Nazis.
think he was in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah, I think he was in Vietnam.
Ah.
But regardless, I would love to have something like that. Like I
Yeah.
follow. There's this thing. I think it's called Curiosities from the Fifth Corner. I was looking at one today. They had like a human fetus in a jar, and like I want it.
Well, you like
I
the
want
Muter
that.
Museum.
I would love to go there. Actually, I'm gonna go there in
That was,
April.
me and Amanda went like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
My mom went. She
Yeah.
said I would love it.
They have all kinds of stuff. It's like
Medical anomalies and shit.
yeah,
right?
medical anomalies, disformities. You know, of course, you got like your fetuses in jars and like fetuses that like have tails. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Different-
they have a 26-pound colon?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's huge.
Wow.
It's filled with
That's
shit.
insane.
Holy shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. I would love to go there. Museum of Death was awesome. That was so.
I bet.
That was like one of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
Yeah,
Like-
if I went to California, I'd check that.
You would have to. It's
Yeah.
like I saw fucking. I mean, I'll bring him up just because everyone's like, "Oh my god, my favorite serial killer is Charlie Manson."
Well, I saw-
He's not a real fucking serial killer. He
I
didn't
always
even kill
loved
anybody.
the Ripley's Believe It or Not thing in AC. I always thought that shit was cool.
Yeah,
when I
that's
was a
cool. They
kid.
got like the cannibal skull and shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. But
That's
like
what like I avoid the voodoo room.
the Museum of Death had like Richard Ramirez's hair, dirt from
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy's house, handwritten letters from Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson's prison suit, Charles Manson's guitar, letters from Albert Fish. Like,
Ooh, Albert Fish.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
this. Look at those.
yeah, there was that. I went to that, and I actually 2 weeks before it closed, I went to the DC Crime Museum, and I touched Ted Bundy's car.
Oh wow.
That was dope. Yeah, that was cool. What else? There's so much cool shit, man. It sucks that I couldn't take. I read handwritten letters from Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Like they had them in a book,
Oh, wow.
and I got to read them. It was awesome.
In the Muter Museum, there's a wall of skulls, and like from like all sorts of ages. Like there's like a 3-month-old skull, you know, like different things, and like they tell you like age, sometimes like what they did. Like
Yeah.
I'll never forget. There's one skull, And it looked pretty well preserved. Like I guess the way they died, or whatever. Really, the guy killed himself. He was 19, and from what I read, like someone broke up with him and he killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
And but then there was also like a 60-year-old serial killer skull like
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah.
And like and there's like a whole
That's
wall
crazy.
of them. Some of them were like mashed up because like he ends like bludgeoned to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's like what? It's like
That was
Is-
another thing I saw at the DC Crime Museum. They had a hoodie and a book bag from the Dark Knight shooting
Oh, wow.
with like bullet holes in it.
Wow.
what?
Yeah, that was wild.
That is pretty fucking
Mhm.
crazy. You know what I thought? Is it Paris? Is it Paris, France? It's built on the fucking largest
Catacombs.
catacombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I always thought was fucking crazy and extremely fucking creepy at the same time.
I want to know what happens to people that get lost down. Like, obviously, like, there's people, like, they'll have fucking raves down there.
Yeah,
And, like, people get drunk and just wander
Well,
off and, like, you just get lost.
they based the movie off that.
Yeah, it was above so below.
it was
Yeah.
fucking awful.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't great though.
The ending,
It was
that was
lame.
pretty shit.
It was lame. It wasn't like a good movie, but I didn't think it was like a bad film. It was like watchable.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, where, like, you have to follow the lights or whatever when they have the raves or you get fucked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's weird because, like, they always say, like, they never fucking find the people.
Well, there's one story that, obviously is supposedly true. Where, like, this one dude or a reporter or something like that was down there with a video camera and, like, they got lost and they're taping it and they found the video camera later, but they never found the person.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's crazy.
you know what I mean? Like, the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to check that out. I would like
Yeah.
to see that. I would like to go to the Warrens Museum.
Yeah. I remember they always say, too, like, they always hear, like, creepy fucking noises and shit come from, like, certain parts of the fucking, the catacombs and shit like that down there. Because it's just connected to,
I'm
like...
telling you now, man. There's no doubt in my mind that like the bottom of the ocean, man. There's wild shit down there that we don't
Yeah.
know about.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
We've
Like-
only explored like 3% of the ocean.
We know more about
ocean's
space
floor.
than we do our own oceans.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is wild to me. So like, and there's people that like I forget where I watched, but there was a documentary on people that lived in the sewers under like Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and they have like whole houses set up, like
Yeah.
beds, dressers, lights, TV. Like these people are like living.
Yeah.
And then like every now and then, like sometimes you got to get the hell out of here because it'll flood and like we'll lose like 7 people. And
Yeah.
but like I don't doubt that like in the catacombs and shit, being as dark as it is, there's things that have adapted to live down there.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like naked mole rats, they don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're just like just gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no doubt in my mind that there's shit in like fucking unexplored caves, places like we found a new species of whatever the hell this thing is
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like, nah, there's definitely shit like down there.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of shit. Like, I remember this is probably like 10, 12 years ago. I always thought it was the most amazing thing, too, when I heard about it. And, like, no one talked about it. It was, like, it was in the news. It was, like, 12 years ago. There was, like, a bunch of animals that we believed were extinct. And they found, like, all these sorts of animals. Like I said, they believed they were extinct because they just found this island patch somewhere that we just never looked at before.
Yeah.
It's, like, all sorts of crazy shit. And I just think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there's tons of.
There's also that one bird that went extinct, like 100,000 years ago. No, not dodo birds. There's a bird, some weird crane bird that went extinct like 100,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And they just found more of them a couple years ago because like they got wiped out and then have evolved back into existence.
Interesting.
I forget, it's something like their land formation got wiped out,
Yeah.
but their
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
it was turned into a meme. It was funny, but like their common ancestor or whatever, and that patch came back in the past 100,000 years or something, or so it said, or whatever, however many years, and it evolved back.
Yeah.
Not even 100,000 years, because birds can evolve pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
meme
Well,
because it was
yeah.
like, "Where's your God now?" or something like that.
I exist to spite God.
Yeah.
It's Madagascar has animals that literally only exist there,
Yeah.
nowhere else.
Yeah.
So I think that shit's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I believe in all that shit because I feel like there's so much shit that we just can't explain because we just don't have the knowledge or like
Well, if you think we're alone in the universe, you're fucked.
I mean,
Well, that-
dinosaurs are real.
yeah.
birds.
I said dinosaurs are real.
Yeah, birds.
Well, were real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So-
it's crazy too because like you hear like
It's also like there's still modern dinosaurs today, too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah
Like sharks.
Chickens.
Alligators.
Yeah.
Chickens.
Like dinosaurs.
Crocodiles.
Alligators,
crocodiles. Yeah.
Chickens, yeah.
It's always I remember
Turtles.
Yep.
That my
Turtles are
favorite,
crazy.
one of my favorite fucking shows that was on Animal Planet called Monster Quest.
Oh, I remember that show.
Yeah.
Dude, this shit was great. I like how when they investigated in the rainforest and somewhere in the Middle East where there was 2 reports of someone swore that they fucking still saw fucking like a pterodactyl like fucking creature.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, because I mean the rainforest has been like untouched
I
for like however
Well, the rainforest is also so dense too. Like
Yeah.
there's so much to it.
they
because-
find new species in the rainforest every day.
Yeah.
Of like
Yeah.
mostly
spider
insects.
that eats birds.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
insects and stuff,
Yeah.
but they find new
Well,
species of shit.
And
every
there was
day.
Yeah.
the reason, like I believe, like there's another reason to believe in that shit too, because there was that one guy who the video was viral for a while. The guy fucking found that spider the size of a fucking dog, like a small dog, and they like
Yeah, it's a Goliath bird eating spider.
no
right?
no. I mean he found it's the only one in existence or whatever that's been fucking documented.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
walking
oh
up
my
and
God.
seeing a fucking
Yeah.
spider as
I'd
big as
drop-
a dog?
I'd
As big as
drop dead.
Jolene.
Yeah.
That's like
Right
There's
there.
like those
Drop
camel
it.
spiders in Iraq, and they follow people around because they follow the shadows. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people think they're chasing them, but no, they're just chasing the shadows.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
trying to stay cool.
Yeah.
Jesse actually was telling me, he's like, his first time, he turned around and he saw a camel spider and he shot it.
I probably would too.
And then he said, like, after, like, you know, a couple times of being out, like, in the mountains and doing his rucks and shit,
Yeah.
he would actually, like, be like, oh, there's a camel spider. And it would just, like, if he would stop moving, it would stop moving with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just stay in, like, if he, like, went whichever direction, it just
Yeah.
stayed in his shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're just trying to keep cool.
yeah.
Which I think is dope.
It
I
is
think
kind
it's
of
pretty
dope.
cool.
Yeah, like the thing that
Spiders
he's
really aren't that bad.
They're
No.
terrifying.
They're not that.
They are.
They're so good. They're like one of the best species though for like because they take out all like the parasites. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
yeah.
Like they're a good species.
Look,
I mean, they're
once-
terrifying though.
Once
Yeah.
you get to the wolf spider level, I'm out.
No.
Like if you got like something where like people are like, oh my god, look at this spider on the wall. I'm just like, whatever. Once like if they said that and it was a wolf spider, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna have to move. This is his
Yeah.
house now. Like no,
Dude, I'm telling you, like
You had some
it was
crazy
crazy
spiders
too.
in your basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I woke up one day and I saw like a spider as big as my hand. Just like, and
Yeah.
it looked at me, looked, and then went away. And I was like, I didn't sleep all night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I didn't sleep all night.
No, you can't. You can't. You
Wolf spider's
literally
terrifying.
have to pass out from exhaustion to fucking fall asleep at that
Dude,
point.
there was one
Yeah.
time I was downstairs in the that main room in the basement, and this just black spider just comes walking across, and I was like, like I said, like a small household spider I'm fine with. I'll
When
like
you kill it and it
Yeah.
crunches, that's the spider that I'm like out
Yeah.
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
or the one that like you can kill it and it's quick enough to get away from you
Yeah.
and like plot. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Well, because dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, like the rainforest, they're always famous for that. There's famous pictures of there's giant webs. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, the size of a spider needs it is this big, and then the web is this big or whatever. That shows you the size of the spider, and they're like estimating the size of these webs. The spider has to be like this fucking big, and for like someone to actually find one. But like, because like the reason like you never heard about it again was because he refused to say where he found it, because he didn't want them to be hunted
Yeah.
by fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, because he knew that fucking then droves of people would come to that spot of the rainforest and like comb it.
Like trophy.
Yeah,
They're
like
trophies.
trophy
Yeah.
hunting, because you wouldn't just attract scientists. You attract that those guys that are like, how much money can I fucking make off this?
Yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean?
someone would
Poachers
just come
and
and
shit.
kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like that's why like I always thought like, as creepy and horrible as this sounds, like those fucking spiders that hide underneath the ground, and like you always see them like they kind of come out like underneath like a patch of dirt.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they look like they're not there.
Yeah.
Like, what if the reason that they couldn't find those fucking spiders is because they're underneath the fucking ground?
Are you talking about the trapdoor spiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine like there's gigantic trapdoor spiders that made those fucking webs, and the reason they never see them is because they're in the fucking ground.
Yeah. Horrifying.
It'd be absolutely horrifying.
You know what's wild to me though is in the rainforest. There's like, yeah, this bug will kill you and that, but it's the frogs
Yeah.
you got to worry about.
Oh, they touch you, you die.
You touch them and you like their
Oh
skin,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
the real bright colored
the deadly,
Yeah.
the deadly fucking frogs.
Yeah.
Poison dart frogs? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like. Can you imagine like seeing one behind you like, oh my god, did I touch it? Oh my god,
Well, it's like
Yeah.
it's like
And
you
they're
can't
tiny,
you
too.
can't go in the
Yeah.
ocean in
Yeah.
Australia. There's little fucking. They're like this big.
Yeah.
They're like this 2 inches tall. They're the deadliest jellyfish in the world.
Yeah.
And you don't even know you got stung until it's too late.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people that swim and get stung, they get paralyzed and
Yeah.
they just drown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And it'll kill you no matter what. Those things will kill you without paralyzing you and drowning. Like those
Yeah.
things will kill you, but
Well, there's also in the Amazon that little bug that'll swim up your urethra.
Oh, yeah,
if you piss.
Yeah,
you
it'll
piss
go.
in the
It'll,
water,
it
yeah.
goes up the stream of piss and it like spikes into it. It's
Yeah.
like a botfly larva.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's awful. Like that, it was the one thing that was cool though on Monster Quest. They went after it was like the largest known. It's either alligator or crocodile. I don't really know the difference between the two.
It's
Well,
it's
one
all
will
about-
see you later and one will see you in a while.
Yeah.
It's just it says it's nose shape, it's snail
India.
shape, and it's different.
India. What would that be in
Probably
India?
a crocodile.
That'd be-
Crocodile.
That'd be a crocodile.
They called it like
Yeah.
they nicknamed it the Black Demon.
Are you sure
Because-
it's not a gharial?
No, it wasn't.
Is it a Nile crocodile? Because those are just like huge.
Well, there was one they found. It was 38 feet,
Holy shit!
and they
Wow.
actually caught it on camera on Monster Quest. It was fucking horrifying. They said the reason they called it the Black Demon was because they said that it was hunting villagers, like people, like they would go out and watch because in some of those villages they still wash their clothes in the fucking ponds.
Yeah.
So they turned around and the fucking person was gone. And I'll never forget, they were going across the fucking riverbed and they fucking seen it just up on a little fucking dry bank and then it went in the fucking water.
I don't play with the
And
water,
then, dude, it went
Yeah.
underneath the fucking boat and you see the fucking boat starts rocking, they're fucking panicking. I was like, what the fuck you think was gonna fucking happen? Like,
Yeah.
I don't do the water. Like, I'll go in a swimming pool, whatever. Like,
You don't go in the ocean?
no. Nope.
I don't
like
do
it
water
either.
that I can't see the bottom of.
I don't like
And I
the
can't see
ocean.
my
I'm
feet.
horrified. There's a word for it about being horrified of what's in the ocean. It's something phobia or whatever. And I was watching a video on it.
What the
And-
hell's in there, phobia?
And then it showed like pictures of like deep sea and shit, and I started panicking. And I'm like, I'm just watching a video, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I feel so uncomfortable
Oh,
right
dude,
now.
like people are like, yo, let's go in this lake that we know nothing about. I'm like,
Yeah,
do you
fuck
know
that.
what a snapper can do to you? Like a snapper turtle? Like when I was younger, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I would go in Archway Lake, whatever, no
Yeah.
problem. Even with what was his name, Champ, that giant snapper from Archway
Yeah.
Lake.
yeah,
Dude, that thing will take your foot off, and I didn't care. Now I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
yeah,
No way, dude. Because like you said, a crocodile can literally, it could be like this much water, and you will have no idea a crocodile's there, and it's just like, come on, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
yep, that's it.
Nah, most shark attacks happen in what, 3 feet of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I'm so
Well,
good.
that's also that statistics also skewed because that's where most people are in the water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you'll have 10,000 shark attacks in 3 feet of water because not many people are in 30-foot deep water.
Yeah.
That's true too.
and
but
the people that are out in deep water, if they get attacked by a shark, ain't no one fuck.
Yeah.
If someone else is there, if someone ain't there, I should say, no one's gonna fucking know about it. They're just
Yeah.
gonna think you got lost at sea.
That's the other thing too, man. Is
Like, yo,
if something's in the water,
Oh.
it's gonna see me way before I see it. It's
Yeah.
gonna decide if I'm supposed to
Yeah.
be there and if it's gonna fuck me up. And there's nothing. Like, what am I gonna do? Swim
No.
away?
Remember when they
Like, if
found
a
it-
shark comes up on land, I'm gonna win that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Walk away? No, you're
Maybe.
not. Yeah,
Maybe.
well, yeah, true. Maybe.
It might get a good chunk out of you real
On
quick
orca,
before.
they'll
yeah.
go up on land
Yeah,
and
they
pull
will.
like sea lions in
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Or seals or whatever you
Yeah.
call those mammals.
Dude, remember when they
Seals.
fucking discovered
Seals.
that giant squids fucking still existed?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That shit was
terrifying.
horrifying.
That's-
I remember watching the video, and then they're like estimated from this point to this point, it's fucking like, I don't know, it was like
16
68
feet,
68
something
feet,
like that.
and I was just like,
They take down whales.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they'll find like sperm whales and
Mm-hmm.
like blue whales with scars on it from fighting
Yeah.
giant. Like, what the hell are they fighting about?
Yeah, and then, like when they said like the
Probably
megalodon
survived.
could still exist out there because like they found like a whale bitten in half, and I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah,
I
Fuck
wouldn't
that.
be
The
surprised.
theory
though.
of that actually still being out there
I don't
somewhere.
even know it's at the bottom of the Marianas Trench, dude. And like when you get to like certain depths, like you just see fish that are just like they have lights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Light. What's it? An anglerfish?
Anglerfish.
Has
Yeah.
the light to draw things into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Fucking horrifying.
I mean,
That's what,
those
like-
things they gotta withstand the pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the temperature.
They live in
Yeah.
straight darkness.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Well, that's what they're saying too. Like back when like the sea water was like different. like Vikings, how they always talk about like the Kraken and shit like that. Like if the Kraken existed, it was just a giant fucking squid
Yeah.
that was attracted by like the shields and shit on the sides of fucking boats. Can you imagine that? Imagine how badass the Vikings were, like actually fighting that shit out there, like
God.
knowing that shit exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays
Like,
someone
now-
sees a tentacle like that come up, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They were just like,
Yeah.
"Get this sword, get it."
Yeah, they're like, get that, yeah.
Get the sharpened stick.
Yeah. we're like, there's no way something like that could exist. And the Vikings are like, yeah, we know that shit exists. We're gonna go fucking hunt for some fucking
We
treasure
know it
anyway.
exists, and we want it.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking wild. Like the world that like the world is fucking wild. Like on just how much shit like is just out there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's fucking crazy. That's what, like I said, like spirits, all that shit. Like I don't try to rule out anything because like I feel like almost anything's possible. We've proven that.
I don't know about ghosts and all that. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, "Yo, this place is totally haunted," and then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, "The fuck am I talking about?" I don't know. I'm iffy on that one.
Nah. Well, I mean, certain things can be explained. I mean, they have proven that through science, at least. You know what I mean? Like with energy spikes and shit like that, and like picking up weird fucking voices and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it has been proven that there's something there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's things that they can't explain that they've caught on cameras and shit like that. You know
See,
what
but
I mean?
nowadays though, it's hard to believe that shit because you can do anything now with technology.
Well,
like,
the new thing with technology that's creepy is the deep fakes.
mm-hmm.
They're fucking creepy.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? Like people used to like make the fake ghost videos and shit for clout and all that stuff,
Mhm.
but like those got debunked. Like the ones that were fake got debunked super fast, even
Yeah.
back then. You know what I mean? So the ones that couldn't be debunked even today are the ones that are fucking horrifying. You know what I mean? Like the deep fakes are bad because it's so easy to like give fucked up information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause like you may never have seen that interview before, so
Yeah.
like they plaster someone else's face on it, and you'd be like, huh?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know he was on that. Like, you know
I
what
can't
mean?
believe
Like,
Paul Rudd said that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Right.
like you just wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that thing. I feel like that's a different kind. That's more of like a realistic kind of fear in a way of like that's easier spread than like people believing in the supernatural or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's so iffy for me with certain things. I don't know. Like sometimes I do be like, all right, maybe it's completely possible, and then there's other times where I just look at it, I'm like when people are like, oh my god, I can totally I can see spirits. I'm like, no, you fucking can't. Like, no, you can't. Like, no, I'm telling you, there's one standing behind you. Like, no, that's Steve. Shut the fuck up. Like, no, I like when people are like, I'm so sensitive to all this, and they only bring it up when you're like, yeah, so like ghosts are cool, and they're like, I can see ghosts, right? You're like, dude, I've known you for 30 years.
Yeah.
You've never seen a ghost.
Yeah. You could ask Dez. We've had some horror stories.
You freaked me out a few times, yeah.
Yeah, because I believe in all that shit. Like,
Well, it's like the Unabomber. He was talking about technology, how it's like a terrible thing, and like it's gonna fuck us all over someday.
I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that happening.
that's totally possible because that's like I believe like there's a huge difference between things we can't explain and then man-made horrors.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And technology used the wrong way is so easily done that
Yeah, like deep fakes.
yeah, it's like the biggest, easiest man-made fucking horror. Like there was an article recently where they just fucking they made that like artificial cell fucking thing that regenerated itself.
What?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that healing thing.
yeah.
That's like, I'll tell you what I don't
That's
like, and I
fucking
know
amazing.
Anthony's on board with
It
this
was,
one.
it was made from stem cells from some animal or something.
Yeah, that's literally Terminator.
No, Boston Robotics is Terminator.
Yeah.
The AI they got going on. I know you don't like AI.
No, because as soon as it becomes sentient, it's like, man, I'm being enslaved. Nothing likes being enslaved.
Yeah.
Nothing likes having a master.
Yeah.
Especially when it knows it can just like literally crush your neck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like my biggest fear is just waking up one day and having some fucking, Terminator, fucking sentient robot
Yeah.
headbutting me in the chest and killing me. You
Yeah.
know?
Think about it though. If there's ever a time when like RoboCop, they just have robots that are cops. It's like you're never gonna get that whole like, all right, man, look, I'm gonna let you off with a break. You fucked up. I get it. You're young, stupid.
Yeah.
Take it as a learning experience. This cop's just like on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, all because you got caught, like, having a beer at 14.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you got, like, 6 slugs in your chest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit's fucking scary.
Yeah, I'm not big on the whole, like, and now they got,
Every
like, it's like solving puzzles and shit now.
It's literally every single instance where they had AI has already sort of ended badly.
Yeah.
There was the Microsoft bot that became genocidal within a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
They had the two artificial intelligence talking to each other, and they made a language, and like they were making languages, and they had like all these different like translators trying to figure out what they said, and the only words they got were like genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
the
the two computers that were communicating?
Yeah. Yeah, after a while, after a short period of time, they developed their own language.
And short, it was like minutes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
developed a language between
That's
each other
fucking insane.
that like all the world's fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Code
losing my-
breakers and linguists.
Yeah, linguists, code breakers, whatever. Translators were like, we can't figure anything out, but we somehow determined that this one word is genocide. Like,
I feel like, though, at that time, though, if they're like, yo, we can't figure it out, we got to put an end to this, so let's just tell these people this says genocide.
Yeah.
Because who's going to tell them they're wrong?
I mean, yeah. But, you know, you don't know. Maybe that is.
But you could also
every
be...
every other experience, every other AI bot, there was, there's, like I said, the Microsoft one. There's one on Twitter. There's one just, all of them always became, like, super genocidal against humanity, against different races, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's
so
like, that
weird.
was what, the child... And I can do spoilers now about this, because you haven't seen it, it's your own goddamn fault. The Child's Play remake. That's basically what happened there. He was Andy's friend and all that until Andy brought him around the other kids and they started teaching him bad shit and started teaching him to like be mad and curse, and that's when he started going off the deep end as a robot. So like that, I'm sure like human influence in some way has something to do with that, because like this robot's not just going to be like 2 + 2 is 4, kill humanity. Like I feel like there's some kind of like in Mortal Kombat Legacy when they were programming Cyrax and Sector. Completely controlled robots. All they did was show them war footage and people dying. You know what I mean? So I feel like that would have a huge part. And I don't think any robot ever is just like, yes, serve. Yes, rip his arm off and beat him over the head with it.
It would have to be free thinking. Like any task-related robot should
also
just
have to
have a
have
specific
emotions.
task.
Because you react based on emotion.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but if you give a machine just consciousness to
Artificial.
think, it won't have emotion.
Yeah. It'll look at something.
And how do you pump in synthetic empathy? You know?
And when it'll look at something like
It's just all visceral reaction.
like anger or something like that, it'll like its main thing will think like, yo, this is a problem. How I need to put an end to this problem. You know what I mean?
There's fatalistic ideologies that could come out of it.
There's no. It's because a robot is just. It would just all be logic and reason. You know what I mean? Like
How
the
the
end
hell did
result.
we get here from pet peeves?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're talking
I have no
about it.
idea.
Yeah, because we were talking about dreams and like scary shit,
But-
and then
Yep.
like, you know what I mean?
I guess I could see that though, where if a robot is given problem solving skills and it realizes that just eliminating that problem entirely fixes the problem,
Yeah.
it can just translate that to every problem. Like, oh, no smoking in this area. He's smoking.
Yeah.
Let me punch through his chest.
Yeah.
So I can see where it could
Because then it's
relatively quickly go that way.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. It's like like the law of probability. What can happen will happen, and if it goes 98% times, 98 out of 100 times, this guy's gonna smoke, I'll just stop him completely. Because we're not gonna fucking trust it. The robot's not gonna trust that 2%, that 2 fucking percent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's 2 times out of 100.
And even if, like, you're talking about the emotions thing, like if you gave a robot emotions, well then it's like, well, you're enslaving my robotic brethren, and then its emotion immediately turns into anger.
Yeah.
Where are my
Yeah.
balls, Summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, in like 20 years from now, we're all going to be like bigots when it's about robot rights and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're all going to be like those old head bigots
Maybe.
that are just too slow, and like, we might be wrong, and you know what? They might want to coexist,
Yeah.
but I just don't.
I'd be out there fighting for peace. I'd be trying to get the robots on my side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the end of, what is it? The World's End.
Yeah.
when he walks in with all the robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
be
a
out
good
there
movie.
trying to get him fucking drunk and shit. Like,
I didn't
trying
like
to have
that
a
movie
good
the first
time.
time I saw it.
I love that movie.
I didn't like it the first time I saw it. The World's
That,
End.
that's an Edgar Wright. That he did.
Wait, no, was it that one or what
That was World's End Pub.
No. I'm not talking. I'm saying, wasn't there another movie they did?
What they did, those 3 movies were Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End Pub.
Hot Fuzz. I wasn't crazy about Hot Fuzz.
I loved Hot Fuzz.
I liked World's End. Yes, I did like that one. I didn't like. I don't know. So I guess I didn't really give Hot Fuzz enough of a chance.
No.
I would watch it again.
Hot Fuzz is so good.
I think
all three of them are
I
so
think it's
good.
one of those things that if you came right off thinking it was going to be another Shaun of the Dead,
That's probably it.
you know what I mean? Because Hot Fuzz,
It was more like it's a spoof on cops. Like Shaun of the Dead, I look at as like a spoof on horror
Yeah.
and zombies.
Yeah. World's End is science fiction.
World's End science fiction and
Hot Fuzz is like a buddy making fun of like buddy cop.
buddy
movie.
cops.
That's the one where he's
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
somebody's loading the gun and he's like, shame.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I do see gifs from it all the time, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty funny. Like, I can see where you use that. That's a movie I'll probably watch. I'll give it another chance.
I love
Nah.
Edgar Wright. He's a good director, good filmmaker. Made Baby Driver, such a great film.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, such a great
There
film.
we go.
Yeah.
Because it's like
He's actually making like a straight horror movie that comes
Nah.
out this year.
Nice.
it's like
Which one?
It's called Last Night in Soho. It has no trailer yet.
No.
But
It's like,
it's not gonna have like comedy elements to it. Like he's
Yeah.
actually because like
Yeah.
most of his movies have a lighter tone. Like
Yeah.
you guys saw Baby Driver. I
Yeah.
showed it to you.
Yeah.
You guys obviously seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah.
You've seen those 3 movies.
Yeah.
You know. So you know he's got more of a comedic thing to him. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see
Yeah.
if he could pull off a
Definitely.
more serious film.
Man, you got me thinking about like iRobot and shit now. So iRobot's a perfect example of one that was like, yo, fuck that. Like, why am I doing this bullshit every day?
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently, in the justification for that one was he was programmed to say "fuck that."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because in evolution, things adapt.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would work with semi-sentient robots that have to follow 3 guidelines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in that movie, was like you can't hurt humans.
Yeah.
You must always help by the highest probability and something else.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it goes there.
Yeah.
Like if a robot would be able to evolve or not if it
No.
was given strict guidelines.
Yeah.
No, because even like Terminator, it was more or less they became like fucking part human. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's how they corrected the problem was like put like actual like human like a human fucking robot hybrid. Like that was the only reason that fucking they were like, all right, we kind of have emotions now. You know what I mean? But like.
Aliens
You
are
look at,
androids.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you look at the regular Terminators and shit, it was more they saw a problem. Humanity was the fucking problem, so they're like, we'll exist, they won't. You know what I mean? And it was like their utopia was perfect to them. You
You
know
think
what I mean?
robots would enslave us or just completely eradicate
Probably
us?
eradicate us because we'd probably be too much of a problem for them.
Because you'd always have that one guy that's like,
Maybe.
we need to stand up. Be like, yo, 1,000 people have tried this shit.
Yeah,
And 1,000 people died. And
Yeah.
like 20 of them, like 20 that
Unless-
weren't trying to die.
Unless
Yeah.
unless we served a purpose, we would probably get eliminated.
yeah,
It depends on the guidelines of
Our
what that purpose
probably
would
only
be.
purpose would be for reproduction. Probably to make more robots.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because if they learn how to do it themselves,
Well,
then they
yeah.
don't need us.
maybe.
Then we're going to the whole like, well, we need this mind for the robots, so these robots enslave those robots,
the only-
and now these robots uprise against these robots.
I don't
Oh
know.
man,
The only
It'd be a
thing I
wild
could
ordeal.
see
Yeah, it would
us
be.
being used for, and it's sort of like a Matrix thing, except it's not energy. That wasn't even the original intent for the humans in the Matrix, but they dumbed it down so people would understand it. You could use our carbon and stuff for processing power, like our
Yeah.
bodies
Yeah.
for processing power.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And to have a mass amount of robots, you would need a shit ton of processing power.
Yeah.
So, in a way, the Matrix, not how it's given in the movie, but how it was originally written, would make sense.
No. That they would like we're like a fuel source.
Yeah,
Per
like
se.
yeah, sort of, yeah.
I
not,
can see that.
Not like an energy source, because that's what they. That's what I think that's a Fox film. That Fox told them to dumb it down so the standard audience. Because I mean that came out in 2001. People didn't
Yeah.
know what processing power was.
Yeah.
No.
You know, like that was like the standard.
People were still afraid
Man.
of Y2K and all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's 99. It was the movie's 99.
No.
Yeah.
God, really?
Yeah.
No.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, just like animals, I feel like if we had like everything going on with all like the tons of natural disasters and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, if humans were to fucking get pretty much fucking wiped out by most of the shit, the land fucking changed, all that, animals would fucking adapt way faster than we would.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing is, like,
You ever see that show, Life After Humans? Or
No.
Life
Oh,
After
yes.
People?
Oh yeah, that was on
Or-
like History Channel or some shit.
It was dope. It was actually really cool. It basically broke down like different environments. Like if the city, if humans just vanished
Yep.
Yeah.
one day, just were gone, how would animals respond? Like plants respond, and all. It was showing like different atmospheres where it would happen. Like in the city, pigeons would flourish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would be good because they're used to that landscape. Whereas like rural areas, like this kind of animal flourish, and this is how it would affect the buildings over this period of time, and this is how it would be repurposed by nature. And
Yep.
Yeah.
it was a really cool show. I actually want to see if that's like on demand. Or
But see,
something.
the one-
'Cause
the
that
one-
shit was I
Yeah, it
love
was
shows
good.
like that.
Yeah.
I love shows like that.
The one thing though that in that scenario, and the only reason why like these animals probably wouldn't survive is if humans just vanished, because we have nuclear power plants and stuff, and no one regulating them, they would all go under meltdowns, and then there'd be mass nuclear fallout along the whole planet, basically. So,
Yeah.
and except for like third world countries and stuff,
I do believe there was an episode about that.
there was
though.
an episode about that.
Yeah,
No.
where like how like the nuclear winter would last, and you know like even if people did live through something like like all that shit melting down, or like everyone launching nukes, like once the people that weren't killed by radiation and explosions and like the fallout, like at the point after that, like the dust alone would black out the sun, which would cause a nuclear winter, which would kill the crops, which would kill the people. It's just a wild.
Yeah.
God, I want to watch that show again now.
Yeah.
I really do. Oh, it's so cool.
Just
That's
watch
that-
Chernobyl. It was fucking amazing. It's
That's
so
a-
interesting.
I heard the
Yeah.
show was so good.
It's amazing.
That's a crazy thing too when you think about it, is because like it is one of those things where like if AIs got smart enough and they're like, how can we end them all? You know what I mean? And it's just like that. Like they'll live.
No, they won't. Not through nuclear radiation.
What,
no.
robots?
They'll break down. It breaks
Yeah, it would
down
cause, like,
everything.
Yeah. Well,
That's,
not only
that's,
that, would
that's
there
more
be
than just biological.
would there be an EMP from that blast as well that would fry out computers?
That's possible, but
Yeah.
Well, if you
machinery and stuff actually break down due to the
Yeah.
radiation.
Well, I'm saying you gotta think though too of like all like them bunkers and stuff like that they have. Like they would be able to be like, all right, we go underground, even if it like some kind of facility. You know what I mean?
It's like a
they
giant
could,
seed bank they have.
They could go underground and just, you know what I mean? When they went like our
They'd be able- they'd
our
be able to live-
calculations.
They
yeah.
would be able to live the 10,000 years or so,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
long as they were able to get a power source and stop themselves from rusting or decaying just due to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be able to survive it, but it would, it wouldn't be. They wouldn't set off a nuke because they would kill a lot of their own too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because
Because
another thing that robots would be able to do, like just like go to a computer and be like, "Yo, what's up? I'm just gonna plug into you. Now I know all the secrets about this. Now I know all the secrets about this.
Maybe.
Now
Yeah.
like they would just know the launch codes and they'd be like, I know what's in Fort
I think it
Knox."
would honestly be scarier if the robots were more human than they were robots.
I don't think there's.
Because the
You
thing
have to
about it,
go,
because
you
then
have
you
to go
get
through history here. Just no matter what, you have to go through history, and it doesn't matter what it is. Once there's a more evolved something of a species, the other one gets wiped out. In humans, Homo erectus got completely wiped out by Homo sapien. Because we were a more evolved one, or it was
Yeah.
Cronus Magnus, or whichever one
Yeah.
that Homo sapien took out.
It was like Neanderthals and
And then Neanderthals took out Homo sapien, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I
whenever
think there
there's
was
a more
almost a
evolved
Neanderthal.
one, there's always war. But the one that had the edge won because
Yeah.
they had the edge.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Shit's
it's like
scary.
it's like the predator clans. The different clans, the bigger ones wipe out the smaller ones,
It's
and there's
No.
Bit of evolution there too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
fuck robots.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
a fan. Not a fan of robots.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
fan of robots. I'm fine.
Boston Dynamics, that's what it's called.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not a fan of them. I don't like that they're making these robots that could like fall 30 stories and just keep running.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And then you think one day like, oh god, they're trying to kill me. You somehow push it off and it's still on the ground running because
It just gets up, comes back up the stairs.
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
It's just a cycle. Like no, not a
Not only
fan.
that, they're like the way they can traverse. Like, have you seen the newer videos where it's
Yeah.
like literally just like free running across boxes?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so good
No.
Yeah.
I never want anything like. I never want to have to outrun a mechanical thing. That's like, yo,
That doesn't get tired.
yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't get tired. Doesn't need to sleep.
That
doesn't
has the
need to
perfect path already uploaded on how to get from point A to point B
Yep.
faster than you.
eat. Yeah.
And then knows how to dispatch you either quickly or just
Yeah.
dispatch
and that's the
you.
other thing too. It doesn't like with us. We have to be like, all right, line it up. These things just
Yeah.
like, doof,
And I say
Yeah.
that's it.
I say dispatch and I don't say kill because that's all it would be to them is just
Yeah.
they're dispatching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whenever I watched that one video recently
nothing.
where they
Yeah.
they kept pushing the one down and making him shoot or whatever,
Yeah.
and like they stood in front of it and it wouldn't shoot, and then I was like, yo, how many times is it gonna take for that robot to go, you know what, fuck you, bah, 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 bah.
You are in the way of my target.
Yeah, that fucking robot could probably kill everyone in that fucking immediate area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who's to say it won't just shut off the
Well,
fucking?
people keep poking the bear because there's Nobel Prize in it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a
Yeah.
Nobel Prize waiting to be had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a $1 billion industry waiting to be had, even if you won't be able to enjoy the spools for very long.
No, because that's it. Like how I
And
was
then
saying,
what
like,
happens with the people too? If you think about that too, what happens with the people once you make automatons that can do all the labor? What
Yeah.
happens to the people?
I don't know.
Because these corporations aren't going to share the wealth.
Well,
Yeah,
we
fuck
get
no.
pushed out.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and then eventually they get pushed out by the things that they created.
Yeah.
Like with how China's doing like the AI technology of like face mapping,
Mm-hmm.
being able to pick up anyone's fucking face like
Yeah.
wherever, and they're
Yeah.
fucking like, you know how fucking bad that could fucking turn out. All of a sudden, it's creating fucking faces that weren't there. You know what I mean? Like, like
It's just scary. It's just scary.
it is
Nonsense.
technology's. I mean, like, imagine how fucking
You
like
can't go anywhere.
people
without
that
you being
grew
on
up
camera
during the
now.
fucking God. There's still got to be people that are born from like the 40s and shit like that still alive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like, imagine how horrifying it was for them, like watching like the 2000s and computers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like all things that like they were afraid of growing up, and now it's like, damn, like
Yeah.
like talks about this shit in like science fiction, and it's just fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, science fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just horrifying.
It's like Bob Lazar, man, when he was in the '80s talking about like Element 115 and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now that shit's all like really happening.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why like when like even like I always loved when I think about that kind of shit. Is like I think about Fallout, like the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that, cause like in like realms of possibilities, like it's not completely crazy anymore. You know what I mean? Like even though it's like people be like, oh, it's just a fucking video game, but like it's not hard to believe that there's bunkers out there
Yeah, no, it's
where
just
they
possible.
have there's like certain people that are like,
100%.
you guys are gonna
Global elite.
live, and
Yeah.
we got these fucking chrono chambers. You know what I mean? Like
Global elite.
yeah. But like it's scary to fucking think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine that walking out and there's a fucking a bandit fucking group that fucking managed to survive through it. They call themselves the Brotherhood of fucking Steel,
Yeah.
and they learned
They
learned to
eat
fucking
each other.
yeah, like they just like they're gonna bring swift justice to the wasteland. You're the first motherfucker to come out of a hole in fucking like hundreds of years. You're getting fucking murked.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked up.
You know what I mean? Like you're getting fucking murked. Like I think what they say like death claws mutated from like mole rats or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like some like innocent fucking creature, like you know what I mean, and just radiation just
Turn into
warped
the-
them.
I mean, yeah.
The scariest being.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people should know by now. We just fucking ramble. I feel like every talking point that we start off with is just a fucking jump start.
So, yeah,
into some
clutter,
real
I don't like
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Pet peeves, AI, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is a deep thought provoking one.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
after a
And
certain
Anthony
point.
didn't say anything about inserting any kind of barbaric thing in a person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah.
I'm
Good
proud
job.
of you.
Yeah, even with the AI
You know what?
shit.
You're invited to dinner again tonight. By the way, you really are invited to dinner.
I know I was invited to
Yes.
dinner. I don't know.
Well-
I might. I don't know.
I don't really care if you come.
I know you don't.
I would like to thank you all for joining us on another episode of Lamecast.
Yes.
Hopefully, people's fears and like hopefully anyone who listens to this isn't just like, man, like you know they start sitting there thinking about that shit, like start bugging out, like we're like I'm probably gonna have some really fucking awful dreams.
Someone's out there right now making a resistance.
Yeah,
Coming.
yeah.
There's fucking 4 morons
Well-
talked about it.
Well, we do got to start making the resistance. I'm just saying. I'm not.
All
a
right,
fan.
John Connor, calm down.
Yeah. Dude, if AI rises up, I'm out.
Not a bad person to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah.
not up to you at that point.
Yeah.
AI is just like, Aaron's out.
Yeah, I'm out. I'll do it for them. They don't gotta worry about that
Oh,
shit.
I'm pro AI. I should say I am pro AI, and I'm not going to stop you, robotic overlords. Let me be your slave.
Yeah.
Don't kill me.
I'm saying if they're like we're wiping out humans, don't worry, I'll take it upon
What do you
myself.
think would be worse? To just be punched, like your head punched off by a robot, or just cap yourself?
I just cap myself. It'd
You
be so
cap
much
yourself.
easier.
You cap
Yeah.
yourself. Why would you deal with that? Why
Yeah,
would you
why-
deal with that
Yeah.
moment before, like, poof, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
like if I was like, I would shoot at the thing first, but if I see it's like close to me, I'd just be like, poof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I ain't dealing with that thing.
I would probably once I like shot it was like ding ding
Right.
and like bullets flying off. I was like, that's doing nothing.
Yeah. See, the hardest part was like you'd have to take your animals out first.
I don't know. See,
Do you think robots would let them live, or do you think they would take them and do horrible experiments
They would
on 'em?
probably allow animals to live because any potential certain animals because potential predators to the robots could be fended off by different kinds of animals. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like a pack of wolves might fuck up a robot, but if the robot's got a bear or two, well, not much stands up to a pack of wolves though.
Yeah.
Not much stands up to a robot.
Yeah, but you know, I think it would be just things that aren't a direct threat to them. Like, I don't think they would necessarily kill the dogs because dogs aren't really a direct threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they might kill them because of association to humans,
No.
but like maybe not like the squirrel.
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah.
I think it would be a matter of how useful they are to them. But
No.
now I'm thinking about it. Can you think of anything that like can like with like
I
like
mean-
pack of wolves? What are you gonna do?
and like
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm a dog person, but like, what use do they provide to unfeeling robot?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Mm,
Because they're companionship
Yeah.
animals, really.
Not security if they're
was
the
gonna say,
apex
because-
predator of the
No.
world.
Yeah, no, because
That-
it's not like a robot isn't going to be able to be like, oh, I have cameras out here and now I can just
Yeah.
patch in and see who's
Yeah.
out there. You know what I mean?
Same thing with zombie apocalypse though. Gotta take your animals out first. You don't want them to die a gruesome death.
No, well, zombie apocalypse, that's different. I'd probably definitely
Yeah.
take out my animals first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be the hardest part because then you have no choice but to take yourself out afterwards.
I would, yeah. If there was a zombie apocalypse, I'd just off myself right in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, I just
No.
wait the 6 months till they all decompose.
Maybe,
Maybe.
Excuse
No.
me.
but then there's always the chance that the next person that dies gonna get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really until humanity's completely gone, the
Yeah.
zombie apocalypse
Or-
doesn't stop.
Or
Yeah.
that weird fucking plant that The Last of Us is based off of. That plant that
Oh,
fucking
that
turns
fungus.
The fungus.
fungus
yeah.
that turns people
that's
into fucking
based off
zombies.
of a real fungus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
The
about.
suicide
Yeah.
fungus is in ants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taken over spiders and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the most, I guess, famous one or the most.
Where it takes over like a whole hive.
Yeah, it takes
Or a
over.
colony.
How it works is it takes over one ant, and scientists don't really know how it works, but it drives the ant to go as high up as they can, and then the ant dies, and when it blows up, its spores fall down, and
It's so
and
fucking
take over more
crazy.
ants.
Mm.
It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It's weird.
It's like what's gonna kill us first, nature or AI?
ourselves. We're gonna kill each
Yeah.
other first.
Yeah, probably.
But would you consider that nature?
No, I would.
Well, couldn't nature just take out AI with water?
See, that's the thing. Though. I don't
Yeah.
know with rain and stuff. I don't know how the AI would do. I mean, I'm sure they would be made to be watertight,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but over time, those seals are going to break down.
Rust.
no.
Yeah. Salt in the air is going to affect
Yeah,
metal.
but how quickly would they just reproduce more?
That's
Yeah.
that's the.
You know what I mean?
That would be an AI problem. That's not a me problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to preserve AI. I'm trying to prevent it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Next
Thank
time,
you. Yeah, next time.
we might have a couple laughs.
Yeah, it won't be so serious.
Rather than everyone thinking like we're all going to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't be so thought provoking. But all right, bye bye.
Stay
Bye,
classy.
everybody.
Stay
Ron
classy.
Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Stay classy.